Here we go with another episode of Short Shifts. I'm going to be like Jeffrey here today. I am your co-pilot on this magic carpet ride. And today on this Short Shifts episode, Jeffrey Vechs, like every week, he has no idea what my topic is going to be. 10 minutes are on the clock. Vechs, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Baby, we're going to talk about D-retrievals today. We're talking about D-retrievals on the breakout. And so this is something that, as a former recruiter scout, like if you can break the puck out as a defenseman, I love you. It is a difficult skill, but an increasingly important skill to have in your arsenal. So let's talk about some D-retrievals. Vechs, give our defensemen out there some tips of the trade on how they can effectively retrieve the puck and get it up to their forwards. Let's go.
Yeah, awesome. All right. You're talking about like dumped in the D zone?
Yeah, like to get pucks in the their D zone, and they got to break it
out. Number one, obviously, look who's coming. Look where the puck is. Look who's coming. And I usually say scanning. But while you're scanning, you also need to be mapping, kind of. So, like, as you're going back to the puck and you're looking back over your shoulders, seeing where guys are, right? Not only are you seeing not only are you seeing how close is the forecheck or F1, but you also are kind of taking a quick snapshot in your head very quickly. I call it mapping, and like just kind of remembering where guys are on the ice, seeing where your options are. So, like, if the puck's dumped in the left corner, so most goalies blocker hand, right? You're going to that corner, you're sprinting back. Okay, where is that guy? And then as you're looking back to see how far he is and what angle he's coming from, you're also seeing what's on this side of the ice. Like, would be your right winger. Is your right winger, is he close? Is he far? Is he open? Does he have a guy close to him or not? Okay, if he's got a guy right on him, he's not an option, right? And then as you look over this shoulder, can you see in the middle of the ice, the center and the left winger? Again, are there guys on them? Are they close? Are they coming back for support? Is your D-man close? Is he coming over for a reverse? Or is he going to pick, So scan and map is one. Number two is move your damn feet. Unless the guy is really close to you, or within like 5 feet to where if you got there and it was just enough separation that he could murder you and blow you up, you don't want to do that either. Like, you want to go in under control and kind of go in slowly, the Nicholas Lidstrom, with him like touching your body. So you go in under control so that you can control the puck as you come out with it, right? So, you want to decide, am I either sprinting to get to the puck to create separation because I have enough room to,
which will give you time and space,
make a move, things like that, or am I going in slow because he's pretty close to me? And then to keep it simple, so I can throw it back to the pilot here. You would be the pilot. I would be the co-pilot, by the way. Come on, bro.
It's okay.
I would also say, when it comes to breakouts, the quicker you get the puck into the forward's hands, more often than not, the better. Like, usually as a forward, the longer you wait to give me the puck, I'm moving towards the forecheckers. So, like, if you see, I was a winger, if you see me down and I'm open, like, the sooner you give it to me. All right. I literally explained this to a D-man today who just got back from the Null to TPH Academy. Or maybe he was NCDC. I don't know where he was. Anyways, great kid. So he likes to skate the puck up a lot. And I was like, dude, at the next level, you can't skate the puck all the time. So, like, think about what happens when a forechecker is forechecking you. You as a D-man try to skate it up the ice by yourself. Like, it's a lot easier to defend that as a forechecker. But if I'm coming at you and you pass it to the boards outside to the left, like, what am I doing as a forechecker? I'm going to look at that puck. And as soon as I look where you passed it, guess where you go? Bang! You jump right past me into the hole where I just was and turn to look at that guy. It's human nature. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter who you are. It is going to happen. So, like, the quicker you move it, you can also jump into holes behind that first forechecker. Now you're off to the races. It's an odd man rush. I'll leave it there, and I'll see what you have to say about it.
Okay, so a lot of good points there. A couple things that I want to touch on. Number one, the most important person on the retrievals of a breakout is not the person going to get the puck. It's the person that's supporting the puck. And so as a coach, it's really important that you teach how important communication is. And when you talk about mapping, I really like that mapping. It's not scanning or shoulder checking, you're mapping because you're actually taking the information and then you have to process it. So I really, really like that. The second person going back to get the puck needs to be doing the same thing. They need to be mapping, they need to be shoulder checking. And one of the best things that you can do, one of the best skills that you can have as it relates to this stuff is recognizing pressure. Like, how much pressure is the D who's going to get the puck under? And then where am I going to help that person relieve that pressure? Is it a net bump? Is it a wall bump? Is it a little, shot right into the middle? Right. So like, the person without the puck, like if you're a defenseman and you're that D2 and your partner is going to get it, you have to be that person's eyes, because if you're not a defenseman, you don't understand, especially at the higher levels, how much anxiety there can be for the guy going back to get the puck when somebody is right on him and they're going to have to take a hit to make a play. Right. And so just great D partners are ones that work hard to support. So it's not, again, just that defenseman who's going to get the puck that has to skate hard we used to call it sprint back to get pucks, but the support has to sprint to spots too. Cause if you don't, then that person's screwed going to get the puck. Anyway, so the most important person is, the person who's supporting the puck, and they're talking, being the eyes.
I think goalie, hey,
and the goalie for sure.
How important is it, or how big of a blessing is if you have a goalie that talks a lot? Yeah. Like, massive as a guy. Like when I played center and I'd have goalies that talk and I'm down low, like kind of like as a D-man down there, and they're talking to me because I didn't have the vision you did. I'm looking down the whole time, right? Goalies talking to me helped me so much. So just wanted to throw that in there. Sorry.
Yeah, I love it. Couple other things from a coaching standpoint. I think it's really good if you're a higher level coach or an older coach that your breakout principles are aligned with your neutral zone defense principles. And so those two things are very interconnected. And the way that teams are playing nowadays, a lot of time D are up on their gaps, right? So it might not be a defenseman that's going to get the puck. It might be a forward. It might not be a defenseman who's that first support. It might be a forward, right? And so teaching your players and giving them a little bit of structure and a little bit of concepts on how to support the puck from your neutral zone defense into your breakout goes a long, long way. So being aligned with those two things can help your team to break pucks out a lot. I think that's really, really important. I think another really big skill that D are lacking nowadays, we used to do this so much at Cornell, like Shafe's a big proponent with this, is using the net. Using the net to your advantage. And so think about it, like, and Vechs, you talked about sprinting back to pucks or having somebody that's on you, right? That has a lot of pressure on you and you're kind of sucking that person in. Using the net is huge as it relates to that, because the net can be almost like a barrier where you can get really close to the net and cut that guy off. And then you use the net coming out the other way, boom. And especially if you come up the middle of the ice, now you got an option to the left, you got an option to the right, boom, and there you go. And so I think it's a really unique skill to have, just to be able to use the net. And a lot of coaches, some people like going up the strong side. Some coaches like changing sides. Because I think when you change sides, again, there's pros and cons to each, right? Like if you go up the strong side, you're going north quick and maybe you can catch the opposing team, before they can get into their forecheck structure. If you change sides, now you're spreading the other team out, right? And now they have to shift, particularly if they're playing a 1-2-2 from one side to the other, and in some 1-2-2 structures anyway, right? So I think just having the ability to use the net is really, really important. And so I think, yeah, like, man, D breaking pucks out. If you can break a puck out, coaches will love you. Coaches will absolutely love you.
It's so necessary, you
and not just and not just breaking the puck out yourself, but if you can be the support, like that's what guys are watching, or girl coaches, like that's what we're watching. If you can support the puck, it shows hockey sense. Like if you can recognize the pressure that the D is going to get the puck is under, and then be a support for that person, that is mind-bogglingly huge.
What was that word you just used?
Bottingly.
Mind-bogglingly?
Bottlingly.
Oh, that must be
Bogglingly.
Must be one of those Cornell
I think we have
words.
10 seconds, by the way.
Oh, okay. I had 15, but all right. I'll just finish with just move the damn puck, guys. Just move. Just move.
Also, beat your guy up the ice. Like if you're the D going to retrieve the puck, once you move it, beat that guy up the ice, get in the rush.
Beat that guy, and then share the show.
Share the show.